All right, guys, I'm going to record the audio for your article for today, and let's see if Miss Thomas can figure out how to make it work. All right. All right, this is for Wednesday, March the 3rd. This is your reading assignment. Directions. Number 1, read the article on slides 2 through 4. There's a blue audio link attached for you at the top of this slide if you would like to listen to it instead. Number 2, on slide 5, please complete the questions that are given. You may select your multiple choice answers for numbers 1 through 4 by inserting a shape to block off or circle the answer. If you do not want to create your own shapes to answer the questions, shapes have been provided for you on the slides. Don't forget to do question number 1. Remember, use the magnifying glass at the top of Zoom if needed. And it says, have a great day. The Nuremberg Laws deprived Jews of their rights in Nazi Germany. And this is a picture that says Maria Wright, a 6-year-old girl of a Romanian Jewish community, wears a yellow Star of David badge bearing the word Jude, a symbol of Nazi persecution, along with another girl during a ceremony at the Holocaust Memorial in Bucharest, Romania, on October the 11th, 2011. About 800,000 Jews lived in Romania before World War II. Half of them died during the war or were sent to a concentration camp. Only about 6,000 Jews live in Romania currently. According to official statistics, the Nazis created laws to take away the rights of the Jewish people in Germany. They were called the Nuremberg Laws and were the idea of Nazi leader Adolf Hitler. The laws were passed in the city of Nuremberg, Germany on September the 15th, 1935. The first law took away the citizenship of Jews. It was called the Law of the Reich Citizen. The Reich was the name of the German Empire. The other law was the law of the protection of German blood and German honor. It said that Jews and non-Jewish Germans could not marry. Jews were not even allowed to fly the German flag during World War II. Germany tried to destroy the Jewish people. They killed and imprisoned millions of them. It was called the Holocaust. The Nuremberg Laws were the beginning of that. Jews were separated from other people. After the first 2 laws, the Nazis made 13 more rules that segregated, that means separated, Jews from other people. The first one was announced November the 14th, 1935. The law said a Jew was a person with at least one Jewish grandparent. It said a Jew can't be a German citizen. They could not vote or have jobs working for the government. For long, the Nazis made sure that Jewish passports were stamped with a red J for Jude, the German word for Jew. Jews could not swim in public swimming pools or go to movie theaters. They could not act in movies. Jewish children could not attend public schools. The Nazis forced Jews to take Jewish names. Jewish men had to add the name Israel, and women had to add the name Sarah in a rule made on March the 28th, 1938. Jewish communities lost their rights. So here's the passport, guys. And you know, passports, you use them to travel to other countries. They're your paperwork to prove your citizenship of whatever country. The Nazis thought Jews were a race and not completely human. The Nazis conquered many countries and forced the Nuremberg Laws on those countries too. They used these laws to kill the Roma, once negatively called gypsies, and other people who were not Aryan. Origins of Germany's Aryan race. Europeans came up with the idea of an Aryan race in the mid-1800s. Under this idea, the Germans were part of the Aryan race. Aryans were supposed to have light skin, and Germans thought Aryans were responsible for all the good things that helped mankind. Germans thought they were superior to Jews, Aryans, Asians, and Black people. By the time Hitler came to power, scientists said that there was no Aryan race. Germans were not better than anyone else. Still, Nazis believed this idea and used the idea of an Aryan race as a reason to kill Jews, Roma, and other people who were not Aryan. Hitler believed that races, nations, and individuals were not equal. The Aryan race was at the top and everyone else was at the bottom. Hitler thought that the most important group was the Volk, the people, and the German people were the greatest Volk of all. Nothing was more important than the German people, not truth or justice or even human life. Family backgrounds used to define Jews. The Nuremberg Laws divided the German nation into Germans and Jews. It did not say who was a Jew. Germany eventually decided that there were two basic types of Jews. A full Jew was anyone with 3 Jewish grandparents. Part Jews were called Mischlinge, which means mongrels in German, or Mutt. First-degree Mischlinge had 2 Jewish grandparents, but did not practice Judaism and did not have a Jewish husband or wife. Second-degree Mischlinge had only 1 Jewish grandparent. Germans became worried. They had to show that they did not have Jewish ancestors, or their rights would be taken away. This created a new business. People hired researchers to make sure they did not have a Jew in the family tree. Right, these are your questions. Number 1, according to the article, how did the Nuremberg Laws affect Jews? A, they made all Jews leave Germany. B, they made the Jews give up their religion. C, they made Jews lesser members of society. Or D, they made the Jews marry and interact only with Aryans. Number 2, what was the relationship between the Mischlinge rules and the German people? A, they made people worry about who their ancestors were. B, they made people stop talking to Jewish family members. C, they made people have hateful feelings toward Nazis. D, they made people leave Germany because they were Jewish. And guys, remember, ancestors are your grandparents or great-grandparents or aunts and uncles before you. Number 3, look at the photograph in the section, Jews were separated from other people. Based on the article, what does the large J on the passport stand for? A, Jewish. B, Judah. C, Judaism. Or D, Jews. Number 4, based on the article, what do we know about Betty Lowenstein's name on her passport? A, her last name was Lowenstein because she was Jewish. B, the Nazis added the name Sarah to mark her as non-German. C, the Nazis added the name Sarah to mark her as Jewish. D, we will never know what her real middle name was. Now, guys, right here on this particular slide, this says drag and drop the shapes below to circle the correct answers for numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. So here are your circles. You've done these before, and that's how you mark your answers. Okay? And let's go back and look at this passport more carefully. And I'm going to make it big so we can see it. All right, here we go. This is Deutsches Reich, which is German, I guess, people, country, whatever. Reich Pass, country pass. And there's Betty Laura Lowenstein. And then it has something else added on there. Oh no, maybe you guys can see it better than me. Oh no, can't tell. Maybe you guys can, but figure out what that answer is.